in the locker room. I really thought we came out in this game. I thought we prepared hard. I thought we came out with great energy. I thought our team really had a real strong desire out here to really play great and really embrace this game. And I was really proud of them. I really was. A week ago, I just didn't feel like we looked like we lost our stinger a little bit, but we didn't lose any stinger today. Now, having said that, what we did do today really simply was we were right in the middle of that game. We let up a 90-yard drive right before the halftime, and that happened. That was real, and it didn't need to happen, but it did happen. Okay? And this is where we need to develop and take the next step as our football program. We let up a 90-yard drive that put us up to 31. It made it a 2-touchdown game as opposed to a 1-touchdown game. And we really, in that first half, we really felt good about what we were doing. We were playing hard. We were playing physical. I know on offense we were kind of knocking them off the football, and we were making a lot of plays. Now, we didn't score enough points in that first half, and I thought we had an opportunity to, but we certainly did move the ball very, very effectively, and we had a lot of passion. That drive before the half was unfortunate, and that was a hard thing to have happen. But the more important thing is that we came back in the third quarter and piggybacked that. We got the ball. We're going down the field again. We're on the plus side of the field. We're getting ready to convert a first down, and we put the ball on the ground. And that was a backbreaker right there. And then we followed that up with another fumble. And so we had 2 turnovers there in the third period, and of course in between that they score again. And that's really what's happened. And we talked about that, and that's where we have to do a great job of. We have to take those things that lately that just before the half and then right in that third period, and they're no talent issues really. We had some breakdowns in coverage on defense, some serious breakdowns in coverage. Some young guys missed their coverage. I'm talking underneath coverage, and it led to a couple scores, and it led to the one before the half. And those are young guys' mistakes that we've got to find a way to alleviate. It happened a week ago, the same thing, and we got to do a good job with that. And we know that, and we've got to get that corrected. And the young guys know that those are some things that they get this thing turned on you. And then for us to turn the ball over like that in the third period, that's not a talent issue. That's got nothing to do with that. It just simply has to do with the fact we got to carry the ball high and tight. We didn't have the ball high and tight. Guy came around the back, popped the ball out of the hands. And that's going to be a first down on the plus side. I think it's getting ready to be right around the 35-yard line, which is points right there. It's just points. And it looks like the thing pops open after that. Well, those things, yeah. What happens is you get momentum going against you. You got a young football team, and it gets away from you a little bit. But the reality of it is, this young football team battled their ass off. And if we can change some of those things, correct them, and learn how to take that next step, if you will, against a good team like this, then you have an opportunity to be right where you wanted to be, which was battling in the fourth quarter in a competitive atmosphere. Okay, our kids didn't back down. I love their look in their eye. I really wanted to see how they would come out for this game after last week, and they came out just with tremendous fire. That's a building block. It's an important building block for our program. And as I said to them in the locker room, we're going to go back. We're going to watch the tape. We're going to see some things that we just didn't need to let happen. And how fragile it is. How fragile it is when you play hard and you let a series of about 4 or 5 things happen that puts you quickly behind the 8 ball from 31, a 2-touchdown game which shouldn't have happened before the half. Then all of a sudden, before you blink twice, you get it into a 3-touchdown game. And when you're young, sometimes what happens, it feels like there's a mountain to climb. And then it just kind of rolls back on you a little bit. So where we are is we just got to keep fighting. We got to keep correcting those little things. So that's really my statement, which is fairly long. I'm excited to get back to work. I'm excited to keep developing, and I'm excited for this team that appears to really like football, and that's really important. And because that's how you build as you build in the future. I'd like to get a few guys back. We're pretty depleted right now, and from the physical standpoint, in terms of guys out and hurt and what have you. And it's a shame because that also piggybacks us a little bit in the second half right now. We just get a little worn down. Go ahead.
You were down 24-17, convert the 4th and 1,
right.
And then that very next play you get the bad snap. Did that kind of suck the life out of your team? Or
no, absolutely did not take any life out of our team. It's an unfortunate thing. We had a bad snap. We had a freshman move from right guard to center. The kid played his heart out today. I was so impressed with how he played. But that was a critical play right there by our true freshman, who's going to be one heck of a football player at Temple now. Okay, he's going to be one of the great ones that comes through here. Sucker goes to center this week, and he flips one over the head. I mean, I'm going to go over there and Chastise him? Absolutely I'm not. Absolutely I'm not. We got to deal with it. Yeah, that was tough. It was a big moment. Montel had a great run, willed his way, great first down. We're probably right about the damn 40-yard line there too. Okay, and then we snap it, lose 17 yards. And I'm glad you brought that up, because that's really a little of a bit of where we are right now, you know, and that's that youth factor that seems to catch up with us a little bit. And I understand that. But I also understand that one day, guess what's going to happen? That same guy is not going to snap that ball over that head. That won't happen. And then those series of blocks that he made in the game that was springing Montel, those are going to continue to happen. I know that. And that's what I'm excited about right now, even in the face of losing the game today. Next.
What about Chris? I mean, with the 2 fumbles.
Yep.
Can you just, talk about that? And
yep.
Is there going to be are you going to stick with him at quarterback? I mean, you played all 3 of them today.
I did. I wanted to play all 3 at the end. I thought it was really important that at that point, the game was away from us. And I said to myself, I'm going to play all 3 of these guys. I want to see Kevin Newsom get on the field. I want to see Juice on the field again. I want to do that because I've got a forward-thinking mind all the time right now. In terms of Chris, he played really pretty well today. And then he puts these balls on the ground. No one hurts more than he does right now about that. He's crushed. Okay? He really competed awfully hard today. He had no intent to put the ball on the ground, but we got to carry that ball high and tight. It's a shame. And we've got to learn from that. Chris right now, I believe still is giving us our best opportunity right now as we sit today. Tomorrow, the next day, I've got to evaluate all of those things. And sometimes you got to pull yourself apart from those 2 fumbles because they were really crushing fumbles. But in the same breath, I got to look at the body of work. I was happy to see Kevin Newsom get in the game today, and I was happy to see him make some plays. He's a big, strong guy in there. Looks kind of unfazed by stuff, and I was glad to see that. Glad for him. We're going to find the right combinations. I'm committed to doing that, and we're just going to keep scrapping. Next.
How do you keep the guys optimistic? Keep the spirits up because looking at this week's performance. If you take away the fumbles and the miscues, you guys were in the game. But at the end of the day, they're looking at the scoreboard and it's 45-17.
Yeah.
How do you keep them?
Well, to be honest with you, Keith, in the locker room, I know Bill was in there and Joe was in there, and I got to tell you, in that locker room today, they saw it exactly like you just said it, and they weren't looking at the score. Not to say that they're not crushed that they lost the game. You know what they're crushed about in the locker room right now? That we let the game get away from us like that. Our kids really felt strong. I was talking to some of the, our top players, and they were like, that's what they're crushed about. And so I guess I was extremely impressed with our team in that locker room right now. Because last week, quite honestly, it wasn't a great locker room. But this week right now, I saw a bunch of guys in there saying, we got the right stuff. We gotta stop letting this thing trail away from us right now. They want to get back. They want to watch the film. They want to get the practice. They still see goals that are still in front of us with opportunity right now. And as I told me, you can't listen to the noise. You can't get caught up in it all right now. You know what you saw. You know what you felt. Some of you maybe are close to that sideline. I'm not sure. I can only tell you from complete honesty that on our sideline, the energy level, the passion, the enjoyment of playing that game, right through those first 3 quarters, we all know what happens at the 4th quarter at that point there, but was very high. And in that locker room, I saw those eyes looking back at me like, we're gonna take the next step, And I told them, I said, I don't know, is it next week? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball here, but you can feel it. Like you can feel it. There's a difference. There's a difference. There was a difference today. It was different. And maybe you can even see it in my demeanor right now because I felt it. And I'm truly, really disappointed right now, honestly. But I'm very, very encouraged right now. And we need to do a great job of steadying the boat and keep developing. And you're right, don't get hung up right now on, don't flash up at the score and make it look like we just got tossed around all day long. I got to tell you guys, that really was not the case. We were really knocking it back a little bit running that football today. You know, we had a couple drops in there again that were really on target. Those balls were on target. And we just got to continue to develop. We had some couple of young receivers in there again. And so I wish I knew tomorrow, the next day. I don't have that answer. But I do know it's coming.
You said you had some coverage breakdowns with young guys, but how tough is it going against Teddy Bridgewater?
Well, he's a hell of a player. Yeah. They got a really good football team. Yeah. You know that. I know that. I mean, we played a real quality team, played a top 10 team in America on the road at their place. Their quarterback's hot. He's playing really well. He's pinpoint. But what happens is we can't serve it up. Make them beat us. Make that happen the right way, because the right guy's at least in position. Now maybe the ball still gets completed, but get in position. That's all. We got to do that. We got to make our fits. We overran the ball in the run game a little bit today. Our backside linebacker, just overran it. It cut back. It was a shame. But we're really young in there right now, and those are those mistakes that there's no substitute for experience and learning, and it's painful. It's painful, but we got good players in there now. Those two inside backers are good football players. They'll be very good football players. But to think they're going to come in here and not make those mistakes, that's probably a little delusional. Anything else?
Sean Boyle, how long do you expect him to be out for?
No idea. It's a shame. He's starting to really play really good football here, I just don't know. I hope not long, but I'm not sure. I thought Levi came back today. He was hurt all week long, and he battled today. He wasn't quite himself. That was positive. Vaughn, I'm not sure what happened to Vaughn. He got dinged there somewhere along the line. I don't know, but he was trying to battle and get his confidence back. Last week he was a little tentative after all that other stuff. And but I liked our team today. No, I don't like the final score, but I liked our team today. So
you kind of opened it up a little bit more too. You had the Fitzpatrick with the pass.
Yep.
You saw a lot of different things.
Yep. We had some more. We had some more in the drawer. We wanted to unload. That's what's so upsetting about those fumbles. We had more in the drawer to unload. We had some more things we wanted to let go, and I felt great. We all felt great about them, and it was coming. It was going to come right after that first down he was going to get. But if I would have, should have, could have.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.